Hey everybody, welcome back to Those Fake Nerds. I'm your host, Brian, and Doom is an incredibly popular series, especially with these rebooted three Doom games. And according to Microsoft and Bethesda, Doom the Dark Ages is the biggest launch in ID's history. So they're still not releasing any sales figures. So this is from IGN and written by Wesley Yin-Poole, who says, Doom the Dark Ages has seen 3 million players since coming out last week, but Bethesda has yet to announce sales figures for the game. The social media post from Bethesda has confirmed that Doom the Dark Ages is the biggest launch in ID Software's history by player count, getting to 3 million, 7 times faster than 2020 Doom's Eternal. It's worth digging into the details on these numbers. Doom: The Dark Ages released across PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S on May 15th, 2025. Steam is the only platform that makes player numbers public, so let's start there. On Steam, Doom: The Dark Ages hit a peak concurrent of around 31,470 players and has a 24-hour peak of 16,328 concurrent players. Doom Eternal hit a peak of concurrent players of 104,891 5 years ago, a figure that makes Doom: The Dark Ages look like it's struggling relatively on Valve's platform. 2016's Doom for extra content has a peak player count of 44,271 on Steam, a figure set 9 years ago. However, we must consider the Game Pass effect. When thinking about these numbers, Doom: The Dark Ages was a day one launch across Game Pass for both Xbox consoles and PC. There'll be a number of people who dipped into the Dark Ages via Game Pass rather than pay $69.99 it costs to buy the game in the US. Perhaps Microsoft's point of view, that's absolutely fine. It wants to sell PC Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscriptions after all. But we've seen games sell well, also launching day one in Game Pass, such as the $50 Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Claire Obscure has sold an impressive 2 million copies, despite also launching on Game Pass. Doom: The Dark Ages is more expensive. Might its price have put some people off? Which leads to the next point. Bethesda has announced 3 million players for Doom: The Dark Ages, but not sales figures. A similar approach it took to celebrating the success of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, which has seen 4 million players while also launching day one on Game Pass. Coincidentally, Ubisoft also announced 3 million players for Assassin's Creed Shadows, rather than hard sales. In truth, only Bethesda and Microsoft will know if Doom: The Dark Ages has hit whatever internal target is set, but it's safe to say that 3 million player count suggests Doom: The Dark Ages has done particularly well on console and Game Pass, while perhaps struggling on Steam. Saying what the rated it. So I think it's very interesting. I think that this kind of goes to show that we're never really going to get back to the point where we know definitively what every single game success is. It seems that these companies are moving away from announcing cold, hard numbers in the place of just saying players, whether that's because most of them are in Game Pass or consoles or whatnot. That remains to be seen, though I think it's probably correct. I also think that, this is the whole reason Microsoft bought Bethesda for billions of dollars a few years ago. They want their published games on Game Pass. They want Game Pass to be moving because it's recurring revenue, month after month after month. And if they can offer some great games for the price of a month of Game Pass, then they're going to get people into the web, and then they're not going to, either remember to cancel or choose to cancel should, the not want to long-term stay. And then there are other people who are going to get into the web and be like, this is pretty great. I really like all of the games that are available to me for this subscription price. So I think I will continue to pay it. And then they also have like the added bonus of being able to sell it on PC and PlayStation 5, which I'm sure it's selling quite well on PlayStation 5, since there seems to be more gamers on that platform than any other platform. So, if you're on there, you're not going to buy an Xbox or buy a PC if you don't already have one just to play Doom. You might as well just buy the game normally. So that's very interesting as well. But how do you feel about companies being less transparent now and not touting sales and instead deciding to focus on players? Do you not care? Is it kind of like this is a little sketchy deal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I guess most importantly to this conversation, have you played Doom: The Dark Ages? If so, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'm Brian. I'm a fake nerd, but this has been some real news. Make sure you check out the main channel. We get everything for video essays. We get sports, which is like this channel, but for sports news, and Better Radio, which is our podcasting channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.